Hello, and thanks for joining me on this beautiful December day. I thought I'd just take this opportunity to nip out and share some ideas of what I'm probably going to get up to over the next few weeks with my camera, and maybe some thoughts and tips that you guys might find useful as well in the weeks ahead with your own cameras. It's a big flock of birds up there. Some field fares. Crashes. Really big. Really distracting actually, and a massive moonrise over there as well. Very distracting. But anyway, the first thing you're going to notice about December is as that winter solstice approaches, the sun is going to hang much lower over the sky as it passes through our skies in the northern hemisphere. In fact, it's barely breaking it across the moortops over here, and I'm in the shadow of that. And so that low hanging sun creates much stronger, longer shadows and brings out the textures of the environments around you. So whether that's you're out in the countryside or in the cities, you're going to see these really bold, strong, long shadows, creating really interesting compositions for you, bringing out the textures, bringing out the shape of things that you're looking at. It's also a really good opportunity to play with things like silhouettes and backlighting. So you can use that light coming from behind your subject to create this rim lighting, this halo effect. And you can use a feature on your camera, which includes on camera phones, that's worth looking up, is exposure compensation. So that means you can brighten and darken the photo. So you can strengthen those silhouettes if you want, or you can lighten the picture so your subject doesn't silhouette, but you still get that nice backlighting halo effect on the photos you're taking. So that's definitely worth exploring this unique bit of light that you don't get in the spring and the summer months, and something that's really worth playing around with. From a wildlife point of view, there's so much going on around me right now. It's a really good time for wildlife, especially with migrating birds and things like that. But I'd be tempted to, in December, actually just explore those kind of iconic garden birds like the robin, the wren, the blackbird, the thrush, all these kind of song thrush, mistle thrush, all these kind of birds that are kind of used to human presence. Give us a chance to get closer to them and get some really nice portraits, maybe in a crisp morning where you've got frost on the trees, on the ground, create a really nice wintry looking portrait of a garden bird. Make a great greeting cards or Christmas cards for the following year for you as well. So really nice opportunity for things like that. If you're sort of looking for something a bit more unique, one of the things you could do is, if you get up really early in the morning or a really cold morning where the sun's just starting to come through, mix it up with that lighting effect. Sometimes you can get that sort of smoke coming out of the birds as they're giving out their song. So you get that steam coming out of their beaks, as they call, which is really good. The other thing that you'll find around this time of year, which we might talk about in another video, is more rare visitors like the waxwing. Redwings, not quite as rare as the waxwing, but still an exciting bird to see. And these birds, as they're passing through, migrating through, are worth looking out for. Things like, just supermarket car parks that are full of berry bushes, which is where these birds will be looking for berries at this time of year. So anywhere, local park, garden, anywhere with a berry tree or berry bush is worth exploring. It's also worth exploring changes in wildlife as well. So things like blackcaps that always used to migrate. Some are hanging out in the cities and overwintering in the city. In fact, there's a lot of birds that are starting to overwinter rather than actually migrate further south. I think one year there were even swallows in December around Southampton way. So that's something worth exploring as well. If you're thinking more about people and photographing people, one of the best things you can do at this time of year, most unique kind of things, is go to a Christmas market, Christmas fair, photograph the sort of atmosphere about that. And obviously not every day is as beautiful as it is today. There's wetter days, but that's a really great time to sort of head into the cities and the suburbs and get those Christmas lights, because that wet floor and road surface really reflects those Christmas lights really nicely. And it can be a really good time to get those kind of Christmas atmospheric lights, and another opportunity for next year's Christmas card as well. So that's quite a lot. Obviously, you've got lots of other Christmas traditions, and I think sometimes the danger is that we overlook our own Christmas traditions and assume that everyone else has the same. But actually, we all have our little quirky moments over Christmas, and it can be a really good thing to do to document that and capture it, because actually it's usually the mundane things that tend to stand the test of time from a photographic endeavour. Certainly some of the more celebrated photographs over time are those photos that photograph everyday life, ordinary things that most people sort of don't even think about photographing. So have a little think about that as well over Christmas. And so hopefully that's enough to sort of help you feel a bit inspired and heading out with your camera over the weeks ahead. And let me know how you get on. Share some of your photos, and I'll look forward to seeing them.